Hi everyone, welcome back to the story of Chinese characters. This is Chang here. Let's take a look at our first character of today. With me, de, de. The modern meaning of this character has been used as to gain or to obtain. It is evolved from the original meaning to obtain money. The structure remained the same, although there are some minor change. The left part is to do the step for the radical, or actually you could picture it as a crossroad. It means to travel, and within this character, it generally refers to kind of to do some action, to do something. So it means to obtain money, you need to kind of work for it. And the right part of this, the original version here, this above, is Bei as Xiao, which function as the ancient money currency, and lower part you can see that's a hand grabbing the money. That altogether means to obtain money, and you have to earn it. The modern version of this character for the above part changing to Ri as the sun or a day, and this is Yi as one, and Cun here as the measurement inch. So we do have a set phrase. It's called 日得一寸. It generally means every day you gain 1 inch, and it means you got progress every day. That fits perfectly for climbing the mountain of your career. Okay, so generally this character is travel, and you get to gain 1 inch on your career mountain each day. Okay. So for the vocabulary here, the first one, the function as the function word for the results of the action. 及 means on time actually. So 来得及 means be able to reach it on time. There is still time to do something. And the second one, 觉得, the here use the meaning to gain. So you gain something about the feeling. 觉 here means something about the feeling. So 觉得 altogether means to feel. And here again, it's the same structure, to gain something that you remembered, that is to remember. And the last one, to gain something that has certain value. 值 means the value, so together means worth. Okay. Second character with me, 难. 难. I think you're quite familiar with this word, but just I'm taking it as a character. This is the Asian one, looks much more complicated. Right part is almost the same. It means, the original meaning means crosswing bird. This part I checked is to refers to this part refers to the bird. Here, this part refers to the bird. And the left part, I'm picturing it to represent the cross wing. Okay, so we simplify it into this version, and the radical is the left part to represent the wing, but the meaning of this character, yo, yes, you know, this is again. And just by all means, I have no idea how the meaning changed from the crosswing bird to difficult. But here I give you a hint for the modern version. The left part is again, and you could picture it as repeatedly. And the right part is, this is actually one character, but I'm just here to analyze so you could better memorize it. This you could picture as 人, a person, and this right part is 主, the character owner, with one extra slash in between. So you could picture it as this is a person who's your owner or boss that's carry a lightsaber that's very difficult to live with repeatedly. Okay, I hope this nonsense will help you remember this character. Repeatedly, person owner with a lightsaber. Okay, vocabulary. The first one, hard to pass, hard to digest. This is sad. And the 困难, 困 means to trapped in difficulty. That altogether means difficulty. And 难受, 受 here means suffering. So it's a painful suffering. It's to feel you. And last one, 难得 is hard to gain. We just learned this. Hard to gain, that means rare. Okay, next one. With me. 当 当. Okay, quite simple one. This is original version. Here you can see this is actually representing the field. And the original meaning of this character, it means to distribute. This is probably another field. This means to properly distribute, evenly distribute all the fields to roughly, I think, the peasant. So that means to be equal to. And later we use it as these, when or then or the or this or that. Okay, so I'm going to directly put it on the modern version. You could picture it as this is an actually opposite 小, small. It's an opposite version, upside down. You could picture it as an arrow pointing at the map with the crossroads. Okay, so for the vocabulary, the first one, 当时 means that time, literally that time, that time, so at that time. And 当然, 然 is the Asian version of 对, correct. So 当 means that, so that is correct. Altogether means of course. And next one, 当地, 地 means the mud, the land, so that land or the land, it means the local area. And 当代, 代 means the generation, so this is the generation, which refers to the contemporary. Okay, next one, with me, 一, 一. Left part you should be quite familiar with for now, that's the speech. And right part, to simplify this one, it means to discuss. Okay, it remain the same meaning, left part speech, and right part to represent the pronunciation, e, exactly the same, and also it contains part of the meaning because this one e means meaning. Okay, but don't be confused with the character is, the first one, e. It's much more complicated than this one. Okay, and if you find it difficult to memorize, I found it this should be quite simple for you. You could picture in the left part as two chopsticks grabbing a food in between, like this, because you know how much we like to discuss something over a banquet. That's our habit. So to discuss speech with chopstick and the food in it. Okay, the first vocabulary, 建议. 建 means construction and 议 means discussion. Let's have some constructive discussion to advise. And the 会议, 会 actually means to meet. The Asian meaning of this means to meet. Let's to meet and talk about something, that's meeting. And 抗议, 抗 means to fight. To fight some kind of like concept. That means to protest. And the 协议, 协 actually means to negotiate and to discuss, and then you form agreement. Okay, next one. 请, 请. You can be more familiar with this one. Same left part as the radical, it means the speech, and right part 请. Oh, sorry, this is wrong pronunciation. Should be first time. Sorry, apologize. This is 青 to represent the sound. It's the color in between green and blue. This is the Asian version, so roughly the same. And the original meaning is not the original meaning, the ancient meaning. The more formal meaning is to visit someone or to pay respect to someone, literally to do this gesture. If you watch some historic show in China, you see lots of people do this, and they say 请, means please. Then we keep the meaning to invite, and then to show respect, change meaning into please. So the first one, 邀 actually means to invite as well, so both of them means to invite. So this is 邀请, and the second one, 请假, please, may I have a leave? 假 vacation, might have a leave, that ask for leave. And 申请, 申 means to apply, and 请 I guess it's here to show the respect, but maybe it's the same meaning to invite. Altogether means to apply. And the last one, please, I have a request. 求 means to request, to beg. So altogether, 请求 means to request as well. Okay. Next one with me, 是. 是. I guess you found this is the same pattern. Left part speech, right part pronunciation. 是. Okay, 是. And I'm just gonna jump straight to the modern version because only this part, because this one 是 is the meaning pattern or equation. So here altogether it means to try or try out, to use to try out. The Asian meaning is probably this 弓 means tools, and this is part of the weapon, I think. So it's to try out the weapon roughly, or the tool. And here we use this, I think it makes sense, the industry here, the tool and the weapon to represent the equation in the ancient time. Altogether means to try or to test. Okay, to test also links to the meaning of equation. And pay attention, when you choose the word to try or exam, you use this one with the speech, not this one. Okay, the first vocabulary we already learned, that's 试着. It literally means to trying, because 着 is a symbol for ing. So trying, it means to try to do. And 考试, 考 means to take the exam, and 试 roughly means the exam. So to take the exam. And 试卷, 卷 means 卷 means the volume, the paper. So this is exam paper. And 尝试, 尝 means to taste and also means to try. So both of them mean to try, and altogether they also mean to try. Okay, next one with me, 修. 修. Asian version pretty much the same, and the Asian version means to decorate, so as to the modern one, and we also have the meaning to repair as well. Let me analyze this with you. The left part, and it's the radical, it's the person radical, I don't know what I'm thinking. It's person radical, sorry, it's person radical. And right part, you can analyze it as one stroke in here, and this is the top part and lower part. So you have no idea how difficult for me to find this picture as to for you to memorize this as a person who likes decorate very much, or person with fashion sense. So it's a person with a stick or walking stick, and for this part you can memorize it as a hat, or simply as a walking person, a person who's walking with a long leg because he's a model, and this is Bristol. Or you can memorize it as a fur. So generally, a person who like to decorate, with a stick, with long leg, and with fur. Okay, that means to decorate or to repair. So the vocabulary, the first one with me, 修理, that means to fix or to repair. You can easily see the links, and the 理 means to organize. So altogether, it still means to fix, to repair. And 修改, 改 means to change. You should remember the vocabulary 改变 is to change. So 修改 means to change and to make some further amendments. 修改. And the 装修, 装 means to install, and 修 means to decorate. Altogether, it means to decorate, and normally this will refers to refurnishment to the house. And the last one, 修复, 复 means recover to the formal state. So 修复 means to restore to the normal function. Okay. Next character with me, 像. 像. Same structure. Left part is the radical, and right part is actually contribute in the pronunciation 像. Okay, and now this one means the elephant. Okay, so the story is, at first our ancestors used only the right part to represent the meaning similar, and later we use this one because it looks, if you look at it like clockwise 90 degree, it looks a little bit like elephant. Okay, with a horn here, a giant head, and several legs, and it's really big looks. Okay, so in order to separate the vocabulary and the character elephant, we add the person radical here. A person radical, okay. I probably do this in row, sorry, I apologize. A person radical, and right part is 像 as elephant, and altogether it means similar. Similar, okay. And later also involved meaning something looks similar to the reality. That's sculpture. Okay, let's take a look at the first vocabulary. It is really good. It's really, really similar. Okay, how here means good, or here it could function as really. So seems or as if. And the second one, 偶像. 偶 actually means idol, something you look up to. So 偶像 together means idol. And the 肖像 is portrait, something to do with the sculpture. Okay, the portrait. I don't think this would be necessary, so just memorize the first one and the second one if you think it's useful for you. Okay, next one. With me, 声. 声. You know this as the meaning of sound. This is the Asian version, so for the simplified version, we actually only took part of it, which is this part. This part. Okay, and for the modern version, the above part is the radical. It's 是 from like 护士, the nurse. So the meaning of the radical is scholar. So we actually have two. Let me first give you this. We actually have two characters for the sound or the voice. Okay, the first one is 声 and the second one is 音. Also, you have known this 声音altogether as voice. So the difference is, I checked multiple resources and there is some different explanation. But here, just better for you to memorize it. The first one is the sound generated by human beings or artificial sound. Okay, and the yin, I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. That's the next character. That's the sound generated by the pure nature. So that's why you got a scholar on the head of sheng to represent this is the sound from human beings, musician. Okay, so altogether, 声音 also means the voice or sound. 声调, 调 is the intonation. So 声调 is the tone for the character or word. And the 声明, 明 means bright and clear. So you make something loud and clear. That's announcement. Now let's take a look at in. Okay, this is in. I've already said this. It's the sound generated by nature. Okay, the structure, it looks similar, but the structure is different. Asian version is speech with one. It's a speech radical with one. It's a little bit different. But for the modern version, I'm just going to give you a short explanation. This li is to stand. It's the verb to stand. And ri, you already know this as the sun. So you could memorize, you could link your memory to the sun. I think you would know, to walking on the sunshine. To walking on sunshine. There is no the. Okay. To represent sound as nature sound in. So we got in 音乐 music. You could see the Chinese people, they value the sound of nature very much. They put this one into the music rather than 声, the artificial sound or the human voice. You could see the concept. Like doing nothing is everything. It's a little bit deep. So 音乐 music. Okay, 乐 is the sound generated by instruments. So altogether, 音乐 music. Sound of nature and instrument. And the second one, 录音, 录 means to record. To record. So 录音 means to record the voice, just to do some recording or the recording. And the pinyin is pinyin. Finally, you met the Chinese version of pinyin. Okay, pin actually means to spell. To spell. Okay, you could see the hand radical at the left side, and the bing means to put something together. That means to spell. Okay, this is pinyin. Glad you finally made it. And the 口音 is the sound of your mouth. That means the accent. Okay, that's all for this week. I hope you enjoy, and apologize for the two messed up person radical. Okay, see you later.